If you've ever been in a group text, you know just how frustrating they can be. Sometimes your texts get where they need to, other times they're left in cyberspace. So we have Deseret News columnist Amy Iverson here to sort this all out for us. Why so much confusion around group texts?
I know, and I've had so many friends ask me about this. Why can't I add someone to this text? So there's just some simple rules you need to know to help all those texts go through and get back, or at least know why they're not.
So what are the different ways text send?
Okay, so your phone's going to decide how it's going to send a text. There's 3 different ways, okay? The first one is if everyone is using iOS that you're texting. So I always ask, do you have an iPhone? Do you have it? Because this can go iPhone, Mac, your iPad, your iPod, everything. And iMessage, what it does is it doesn't use your carrier. It just uses Apple. So it doesn't even go through your carrier. It goes through Apple, so there's not going to be any charges with it. You'll always get all the photos, the special effects if you send it with fireworks or something. And you can also share your location. So you've noticed sometimes you can't share your location. Everyone has to be using iMessage for that to work.
Okay, so that's the reason it's not going through.
Yes.
Okay.
The second one is MMS. You've heard of this. This is multimedia messaging. So this is if not everyone's using iMessage, but they have to make sure that that's turned on their phone. So this is for a lot of Android users. They have the option of turning that off because it will use data. So if you're someone who watches your data or your kids need to watch their data, you can turn that MMS off, and then they are the ones who aren't going to get the photos. They're not going to get the video, which could be frustrating for them, but it's not charging you data.
You know, that's good to know because I have had several friends say, I didn't get that, I didn't get that.
Yeah,
that's a pretty simple fix.
Yeah, but they do need to know they'll be charged data. Okay. The last one is SMS. So this is short messaging system or service. So this is those basic texts, okay? And this is what happens when people are using all different kinds of operating systems. When you send out a group text and then you keep getting individual ones back, you know, when that happens and you get like 50 individual texts instead of it being in one thread, that's because everyone's using all these different operating systems. So there's not really a whole lot you can do to fix that unless you talk all your friends into getting on the same.
Hey everyone,
iPhone.
It's time to all get on one system here. Okay, what about when you really want to silence conversation? I mean, we've all been on that when you have 20 people ding, ding, ding at 11:30 at night. And
yeah, or it's something you don't really care about. Right. You don't want to hear all the responses. So you can totally leave a conversation. You've seen that option in your messages. What you need to know about that one is everyone is alerted when you leave. So it's not like you're secretly sneaking out. It's like,
oh, which could be awkward.
Emily has left this conversation.
Emily is not into this, just so you know.
So some people feel guilty. Some people think that's rude. So the other thing you can do is just mute the conversation. You can do this on Android too. And so this way you just don't get all those buzzes on your phone, and you can chime back in whenever you want. But if you're in a meeting or something and you don't want your phone going off every 2 seconds, just mute the conversation for a while.
Other options for messaging apps.
Yeah, so if you have a bunch of friends on different operating systems, this happened to my high school friends. We were all trying to be on one. It wasn't working. We started using GroupMe, which is an app. People use WhatsApp. There's Hangouts. There's a whole bunch of different kinds. But for GroupMe, I thought it was so easy to set up. Everyone can be on it. Everyone gets all the videos and photos. You can share your location. And they just started something new, which I really like, which is RSVPs. So if you say lunch Thursday at Red Iguana, and then you know who's going to come and who isn't, and it's just all right on one app.
Oh gosh, I love that feature. That's amazing.
It's a good option for people.
Okay, where can we see your full column?
DeseretNews.com/Amy.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Amy. Great facts as always.